Good morning, students. On the behalf of Zodiac Academy, I am pleased to inform you that I am going to take you the classes for food safety and alien laws. With pleasure, I say I have an experience of teaching for more than 20 years in this regard. Okay, coming to the subject, we can see what all topics to be dealt with in this class. Especially our classes according to the syllabus of our PSC exam. That's for food safety officers. Because of that reason, I'm not interested to touch each and every topic, but frequently asked questions in PSCs and UPSCs has to be dealt with. Okay. Anyway, for starting, let us see what is FSSAI. FSSAI stands for Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, that you know very well. This license is a must to run an institution in regard to keeping food, that is storing, inventory, also to sell or to manufacture. In every aspect of this subject has to be controlled by an authority, and that authority is actually FSSAI. FSSAI is an abbreviation of Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. That's what I said in the beginning. FSSAI stands for Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. This is a licensing authority, and this licensing authority act to consolidate the laws relating to food manufacture, storage, distribution, sale, and import to ensure availability of safe and wholesome food for human consumption. Regarding Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, there are many things to be known by a student. That is, we will have to see what are all the regulations, then licensing and registration. Licensing and registration of food business organizations. In the meantime, people also ask, what is FSSAI? What are food safety and standards rule? In the beginning, as a preface to the topic, I am telling all this as a demo package. Also, here I prepared 25 questions which are very essential to your learning skill to be developed. Here is what your restaurants needs to follow to comply with the FSSAI rules and regulations. Food safety at kitchen itself, let us start. മലയാളം വേണമെങ്കിൽ പറയണം, നിങ്ങൾ ഗ്രാജുവേറ്റ്സ് ആയതുകൊണ്ട് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനും മലയാളത്തിൽ അല്ലാത്തത് കൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. The most important area of food safety at kitchen is the restaurant kitchen. Make sure it's hygienic, uses closed containers. When you visit Suppose if you are already enrolled into the post of food safety officer, the main thing, in addition to licensing, registration, and other things, when you get a complaint or else you want to do a periodic checking in the restaurants, you will have to start it from the kitchen itself. So the most important area of your restaurant is the kitchen. Make sure it's hygienic, uses closed containers, and has proper garbage disposals. What are the things to be checked in a kitchen at the very outset? At the very outset means in the very beginning. When you enter into a kitchen, what items to be checked at the first? Think it over. Number one, make sure it's hygienic condition. Check whether they use closed containers or not. And the third thing to be inspected is whether that restaurant kitchen uses proper garbage disposal system. Okay. In this case, we will discuss it in the next schedule. But an idea developing demo has to say the minimum requirement that we are going to learn under this food safety and allied laws. Staff attire and hygiene is the next part. Your employee hygiene is utmost importance. That actually health department says the employee who works there in all aspect, in all hygiene aspect, he or she has to be very clean in their official time. Their attire should be very clean. Attire means clothing. Regarding hygiene, you can check from head to foot. Grooming is not at all a very big part. Even then, their hair must be combed under control. Hair fall never allows. We never allows hair fall. Then checking in their nails. That's also very important factor, because when you learn hand washing, medical students must learn hand washing, and when they learn hand washing, the dirt find inside the nails, they take much importance to avoid it. Almost all pathogenic bacteria, virus, then some protozoan are to be there. We cannot diagnose whether it is there or not. Without hand washing and eating all of a sudden makes a very big chance to get diseases. So in our younger age itself, our parents are very strict in their children whether they washed their hands or not. Because the dirt found inside the nails is the main source for getting diseases. That's why hand washing is very important. So when you enter into a restaurant, first you check staff attire and hygiene. Make sure they are healthy and wear recommended clothing. Make sure they are healthy means they must get some certificates from the medical officer concerned. Suppose a restaurant is functioning at Trivandrum city, the entrepreneur or the owner of the restaurant take the staff in front of the medical officers and necessary diagnosis of typhoid, tuberculosis, skin diseases, eyesight are all to be checked with. And after getting those certificates only, that staff will be appointed. That's a rule. Also, these certificates collected from the medical officer has to be attached along with the application of the license. Application submitting for the license or registration of the enterprise. Enterprise, I here mean the restaurant. Next thing I want to explain in the forthcoming classes are food safety and at inventory. Food safety at inventory means ensure that items stored in the inventory are at the right temperature. I will give you some questions regarding this, then only you will understand what is right temperature. Do regular stock checks. There is a system, especially in food storing and supply, inventory supply. FIFA system is applied. First in, first out. Of course, there are expiry dates for each food item or the raw materials. When you supply the inventory or the stock to the kitchen, the store in charge must follow first in, first out system. That is FIFA, first in, first out. I say it is FIFA. But there is another system, LIFA, LIFA. In that last in, first out. Suppose you purchase an item on March 20th and you purchase another item 2 weeks before. So the first in is the item which is purchased 2 weeks before, and the last item you purchased or the date of purchase is March 20th. Which one will you supply in the kitchen at the first? I said there we strictly follow the FIFA system. That is first in, first out. Whatever item you stocked as per date wise, whatever item you first purchase, that has to be supplied to the kitchen regularly in a period that is to be given as a first item. So the the item which you purchased in the last time, that has to be stocked, not to be given earlier. In such a way, inventory items to be stored very calculative method, and a right temperature to be kept with. Do regular stock checks and discard expired items. That's very important. Discard or eliminate the expired item. That is very important factor. Fourth one is transportation vehicle guideline. In airport, most of the food items they purchased from the outside people, outside catering people. In Trivandrum Airport, most of the airlines purchase packed food items from Lucia Hotel. So, transporting vehicle has its own criteria to be followed. Okay. If you transport food from kitchen to outlet, make sure safe food handling practices are followed in the delivery vehicle. That we will discuss later. I'm just giving you the demo pieces, that what are items I'm going to teach you. Okay. Then next, fifth item is customer service area. Customer is the king. Our father of the nation, Gandhiji, once said, customer is the king. If there is a customer only, your commodity to be sold out. If no customer, gradually you will close the enterprise. You will close the restaurant. So customer satisfaction is very important. And also that area, that customer service area should be neat and clean, not for the impression to the customer, but for keeping the cleanliness of the premises. That is very important. So Food Safety and Standard Authority of India gives much importance to the customer service area too. FSSAI recommends you to display food safety display boards also. Normally, when you enter into a restaurant, you see only the list of items prepared in that day and the prices of each and every food article. But Food Safety and Standards Authority of India insists you must display food safety display boards also, food safety laws also. That means what all things to be taken care of under the law of food safety, and hygiene ratings at your outlet. Hygiene ratings has to be given by the FSSAI only. That rating, in addition to the license exhibition, in addition to exhibit the license, you will have to exhibit food safety display boards also. And in the next thing you will have to taken care of is general food safety measures that will come under this our schedule of classes. Make sure you employ a certified food safety officer. That is, FSSAI regularly conducts these courses to ensure food safety at restaurants. Periodic training are imparted to the restaurant people, and the attending in those classes are very important, and the entrepreneur or the owner of the restaurant duty is to ensure such certified people are employed in our institution. Okay, the other part of our class also shows general food safety measures. General food safety measures is an attempt to summarize the important FSSAI rules you should adhere. That is the important FSSAI laws. That's what we want to learn from my class. Okay. Let's come or let's see FSSAI license. Remember, I am always using short forms. But when I say FSSAI, the short form, you must reveal the full form of the FSSAI in your mind. Whenever I say FSSAI, you must take the meaning or the full form of that abbreviation. Say, what is FSSAI? Food Safety and Standard Authority of India. What is FSSAI license for? I told you FSSAI license is a must regularization or registration factor. Is an act to consolidate the laws relating to food manufacture. Say, all of you say, FSSAI license is an act to consolidate the laws relating to food manufacture, storage, distribution, sale, and import to ensure availability of safe and wholesome food for human consumption. How much does FSSAI license cost? If your annual revenue, sorry, I want to attend an important call. Please bear with me. Hello? 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 കസേരയിലെ കുഷന്റെ അടിയിൽ വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. Let's come to our class. How much does FSSAI license cost? Remember, if your annual revenue is less than 12 lakhs and meeting conditions, FSSAI registration will cost rupee 100 per year only. Very interesting, no? The total turnover is below rupee 12 lakh. The entrepreneur or the owner of the institution or the restaurant has to pay only rupee 100 per year. If your annual revenue is above rupee 12 lakhs, state license will cost rupee 2000 per year. Or central license, that is if operating it more than 12 lakhs, Government of India license also is to be applicable for some extent. Here I am stopping for a. We are discussing about the license cost. Now you know, very nominal fee is charged for a restaurant, and because their annual return is below rupees 12 lakh, and rupees 2000 is charged annually if their annual return or annual revenue is more than 12 lakhs. And this enterprise getting license normally from a state licensee or the state authority or from the central licensee, that is the central government. If operating, if their business is operating more than 2 states, their license fee will cost rupees 7,000 per year. So you should remember 3 kinds of license fee are there. One is the annual revenue, that is their income, is below 12,000 is only anticipating, and we calculated, we means the owner of the restaurant plus the food safety officer calculated simultaneously, and their revenue will come below 12 lakhs. Their license fee is only 100. Now you are clear, I think. Another thing, if their revenue comes more than 12 lakhs, their fees must go or rise into 2,000 rupees. And the business is flourished well, and they are operating their businesses minimum 2 states or more than 2 states, their license fee will become 7,500. Now we are clear, I think. Another topic that we must check with is, how can I get FSSAI license online? This is very simple. FSSAI license can be applied online, from FSSAI portal itself. Any Indian citizen can enter into their portal, and you can apply it by online. Inspection will be done within 7 to 30 days of applying. How many days? Their application for license is scrutinized or inspected within 7 to 30 days. That is mandatory for the employees, for the licensing authority. That much days we will have to wait. If you are lucky, you will get before after 7 days or 8 days or 10 days, or it goes maximum, it goes up to 30 days only. Within that time limit, that entrepreneur or the applied owner must get a reply minimum from the FSSAI, or he will be provided with the license for starting or operating their firm or the concern or the enterprise or the restaurant for that year. Yes. By discussing these much things regarding FSSAI, there comes a question. What documents are required for FSSAI license? It's better you write it down. To obtain FSSAI to obtain FSSAI license, you need one commercial license. Commercial license means this will be issued by the local self bodies. In Panchayat area, Panchayat secretary has to be signed. If it is in municipality or corporation area, municipal secretary or the corporation secretary is the competent authority. So number one, commercial license, that is taken from the local self bodies like Panchayat, municipal or corporation authority. Second, layout plan of premises. Layout plan drawn by the engineer, civil engineer. A licensed civil engineer drawn layout must be submitted along with the application. Third, photo ID of proprietors. Photo ID means proprietors. Sometimes that institution or the enterprise owner is a single person, single owner. Then for one photo ID is required. If it is a partnership firm, there comes more proprietors. So you will have to furnish the photo ID of all proprietors. Then the fourth one is authority letter. Fifth one, proof of possession of premises. If the premises is your own, then your record of ownership is there. Otherwise, you take it from your, suppose the land is taken on lease, you will have to take it from your tenant. Then the sixth portion is food safety management plan. What all criteria inducted while you doing these businesses? That safety management plan can be demonstrated in the layout plan also. Otherwise, you will have to answer the questions in the license form. Then NOC. NOC from municipality must be taken. Eighth one is Form 9. Nomination of persons also furnished. That is, when you want to take an insurance policy, there must be a nominee. If anything happened to the entrepreneur or the owner, the next owner is the nominee, herself or himself. Is FSSAI a mandatory? Yes, FSSAI is mandatory for restaurants and food outlets. You need to obtain FSSAI license for every premise or location you operate. That's what I told you a little earlier. Suppose if you have the franchisee or the branches and the business is operating more than 5 or more places, in all these locations, you will have to take the license from the FSSAI. Who needs FSSAI license? Simple. Any business involved in the manufacture, storage, distribution, sale and import of food for human consumption will require a FSSAI license. If you are starting a restaurant, then you need to have a FSSAI license. With this, I conclude. In the next class, I will start from the beginning very detailedly. Also, you will get PSC and UPSC questions. In the meantime, the anticipatory questions, we can interact. I wish you